Hello everyone, it's Nen from Insightful Vibrations. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel. Thank you for subscribing, and I encourage you to do so if you have not already. And I appreciate all the likes because they help me understand which videos are useful to you, and that will help me improve the delivery of my forecasts. And as usual, we will start with the astrology for the week of July 3rd to 9th, 2017, and then I will append a video for each zodiac sign, and we'll use the Lenormand Gilded Reverie deck to deliver that forecast for each zodiac sign. Now remember that these are general forecasts, and therefore not all comments will apply to all people, except that the astrology will apply to most people. And when you're watching those videos, you should watch your sun sign, moon sign, and rising sign or ascendant, because those will collectively give you a more comprehensive picture. So what's going on in the skies today? Well, it's a fascinating week, I'll tell you, because we start off very gently with the moon in Libra, and then it transitions into Scorpio, and then into Sagittarius, and then into Capricorn, culminating in a full moon on July 9th. So the week does intensify somewhat midweek, and then again on Sunday, the day of the full moon. Now the full moon will happen in the wee hours of Sunday, so just shortly after midnight here in the Stony Creek, Ontario, Canada region, and of course you'll have to check the sources you have to determine when it will happen in your area if you are not in this region. And we also have some nice aspects here with planets forming congenial relations, and the first one is July 4th. On that day we have Mercury squaring Uranus. Now we know that squares are intense sort of alignments, but at the same time they can be reward producing or breakthrough producing kind of effects. So with this one, Mercury is all about communication. It's all about thought process. It's all about technology, transportation, those kinds of things. And Uranus is that really wild card planet that gives us these wild ideas that nobody's ever thought of, these very forward-thinking ideas, the eccentricities, the sort of electrical charge we need to keep stimulated in life and make things happen and change. And this very transformative planet being in a square aspect to Mercury means that all kinds of things could shake up in the communication, transportation, technology realms. I believe that those of you who are writing, who are communicating, who are journalists, who are lawyers, who are paralegals, who are basically authors of novels or any kind of communication efforts, even blogs, I feel that you will absolutely shine this week with this, and you may even think of an innovative way to present your material, present your ideas, and present some very novel ideas this week. So this is a really, really nice aspect. And this includes all of you videographers out there who have YouTube channels and other channels out there. Then on July 5th, we have the Sun trining Neptune. The Sun is all about the individual. It's our life force. It's our willpower. It's what makes us shine. And Neptune, currently retrograde up until the third week of November 2017, is the planet of illusion. It's the planet of dreams, of hopes, of wishes, and also the planet that can, make us a little bit laid back. So with the Sun in a beautiful, relaxed trine with Neptune, we may feel that we have a tendency to shirk our responsibilities sometimes. So keep your schedule in balance. Make sure you get your work done, but also make sure you get the appropriate R&R. And if you feel that your to-do list is getting longer than you care, or that it's just not being checked off enough this week, maybe you should just give that some conscious effort to change that, because it will be pulling at you to relax a little bit more this week. Now this is a fantastic trine for those of you who are on vacation, so enjoy that. Then on July 5th we have the Sun squaring Jupiter, and again where the squares are usually intense sort of events, I think that the Sun square Jupiter is generally positive, because, you know, as long as you know to keep in check, you know, any arrogance, any outlandishness about, any outlandish ideas about yourself, as long as you don't become over grandiose this week, I think this is just a wonderful planet, because you have, you know, the planet of benevolence, Jupiter, you know, squaring the sun. And, you know, when they tug at each other, they're both benevolent, you know, celestial bodies. When they tug at each other like that, to me, it just means more of good things. It's just that, you know, you have to find that balance and not go overboard. I also feel that with July 7th, Mercury sextiling Venus, this is a really, really nice, you know, chance for all of you to make money off your communication, transportation, and technology sort of issues. And, you know, this will be really great for those of you who are trying to think of new ways to generate income or revenue. And also it may, you know, bring communications about money that are positive, also communications about love. So this is very, very positive. On July 9th, then, we culminate into the full moon at 17 degrees Capricorn. And basically what we have here is Capricorn being a very mature sign, a sign of structure, a sign of, you know, steady building up of your life in general. It's very much a career-oriented sign. It's very much, you know, the sign that helps give civilization its structure. So it's a very important full moon, because what this means is that the full moon will be expecting you to culminate, you know, whatever you're working on, and give it some structure, give it some form. You know, you've been working on this pottery, and if it's still looking like wet clay, it's not happening. It's not going to be what you desire. But if you start actually, you know, forming it and baking it and giving it whatever TLC you can, I feel that you can really build a long-lasting structure, because that's what Capricorns do. They build long-lasting structures. And that's what this full moon can represent. Now, we also have some real action in the stars. Well, the stars are fixed, so they don't really act per se. But what happens is that they have their own energies based on the alignments with other planets. Usually when they form conjunctions, we see some kind of activity that is related to the mythology of the star or star set. And what we have this week is quite a bit of action here. And unfortunately, with the full moon, we also have a culmination of energies that day that are very, very intense. These could even be violent energies of some kind. They could be energies that make people feel very egotistical, you know, sort of taking on the attitude of my way or the highway. And this could play itself out on the world stage as well. I do feel that, you know, we have some very positive stars coming up where breakthrough effects can be made, especially in the arts and writing. These are all supported by the fixed stars this week. But we have this star set Algol, and it is really a nasty star, or at least it's associated with nasty events, often dangerous, you know, what we would call evil or violent events. And this could be anything to do with any extremism. It could be to do with, you know, people being disillusioned or even downright criminals. So do take extra care in the 5 days leading up to the full moon, and also on the night of the full moon and the full day of the full moon. Do take care that you know, you don't come across any unscrupulous individuals. Of course, if this plays itself out on the world stage, there's not much most of the common people can do about it, but you can be principled enough and communicate your views to those in power, and hopefully things will go smoother. And I also feel there's a real breakthrough effect with the stars this week. So if you're looking for a break, this may be your week. It may be a week where you can really change the pattern of things. So if you've been in the doldrums, if you've dealt with issues of forgiveness, this is the time to release all that, and that way you'll move forward. So I do hope that all of you have a wonderful week, and here are your zodiac forecasts for each sign. Take care. Hello Aries, Sun, Sun, Moon, Sun, Rising Sign folks. This is your forecast for the week of July 3rd to 9th, 2017. Aries, you have a lot of action going on. You have some quick action going on. You have some out-of-town action going on for a lot of you, and you have some beginnings and endings. So let's get through this spread and see what's going on. The first card, the letter, over to the very left, number 27, is the card that signifies the characteristics of this week. And the letter signifies communication. It signifies, you know, hearing news, sometimes news through the public, you know, forum, because we have the park next to it. And sometimes it may be news from a woman or a feminine person. So, you know, basically you're going to hear a lot of new things and deal with a lot of new things this week. Let's look at the rest of the cards. Number 20, the park. Number 7, the snake. Number 8, the coffin. Number 29, the woman. Number 69, the stars. And number 11, the whip. With the park card, I feel that there's going to be a lot of activities out in the open, out in a, you know, park setting. It could be, you know, some kind of public setting. It could be, you know, a group, a meeting, a gathering of some kind. You might be attending, you know, some kind of networking event or trade show. Or there just may be parties and weddings and things like that, because we have the woman, the lover, often representing the lover, down below the park. So it may just very well be that there's a lot of festive things going on. But you do have to watch, because we have the snake next to it, and I feel that there may be some indigestion or intestinal or you know, sort of E. coli or other bacterial or viral infections. So be careful what you eat if you're out in the public, because especially if the food is hot, because the sun is hot and it's an outdoor event, you may find that the lack of refrigeration has allowed bacteria or viruses to spread, and you don't want that to come to you, because with the stars there as well and the whip, I feel that some of you may come down with a fever. Now, of course, it's a general forecast. Not all of you will have to face this, but I'm just giving you the warning, because when you have the warning, it might not happen at all, because you'll take precautions knowing fully well what might await you. And with the snake as well, you have to watch for, you know, pickpocketers. You have to watch for people who are sly. And you have to watch for, you know, also violence, because with the whip, we have, you know, a tendency for aggression and violence. And with that fixed star algol so brilliantly, you know, shining upon us right now, it is a nasty star. So do be careful not to go to contentious areas of the world or contentious areas of your location where you live, because I feel that you know, there may be some danger for a lot of people. And I do feel as well that there is an ending coming up, and this may be an ending over infidelity or over lack of trust or communication problems. So this is very much, you know, a week where things may end, but please, with the whip, please monitor your words carefully. Don't incite any violence if you can, and also you know, be measured and tempered in your approach, even when angered or riled up, because you don't want to you know, be aggressive or violent yourself. So do take care of that. And Aries, you know, with the woman and the stars, I feel as well with the park card, or the garden sometimes it's called, I feel that those three cards actually talk about women's issues really being prominent. So if you're involved with anything like that, I feel that it may just very well be well starred for you. And with the star cards as well, it may very well be that you know, there's a relationship with someone at a distance, possibly a woman that you know, you're going to receive news from, and possibly even have a celebration with this week. But also with the stars, anyone who is you know, enjoying astrology or astronomy or any kind of divination, really, I feel that there's some quick things happening, some quick developments, And for some of you, this could be some new beginnings. The coffin isn't as bad as it looks. It often means the ending of something that exists and then something new that comes in. It could represent, you know, a physical death, but I just don't forecast that in a general reading. It's impossible because, you know, it would frighten people and it may not even be what it means for them individually. So there's no point in interpreting that card that way. But I also feel with the coffin, sometimes we get a cancellation of something. So if you've had a new contract, you may find it's canceled. If you've applied for a new position, you might find it's canceled. Or it may not mean that at all. It could just mean something is canceled that you're dealing with. And of course, for those of you who are, broadcasting things over the internet or over television, I do feel that, you are going to be really well starred to bring your message across. So Aries, in spite of a few little warnings here, I do feel that if you're careful, you could probably avoid any hazardous consequences. But I also feel that you're going to have to watch your temper and watch your words this week. And I do feel that if you have long distance travel, it also may face a cancellation or a delay of some kind, but you may not know until the last minute, and it may be due to some events that are beyond your control that happen quickly and without awareness to yourself initially. And what I would like to say is that notwithstanding all of this, I do feel you're going to have a well starred week for enjoying yourself. So take care.